The 2011 Stage 5 Pass Year 10 exam, half-yearly exam. Just quickly go through some of the results. The exam started with multiple choice. Question 1, Sepak Takraw is not a popular sport in which country? It's very much an Asian-based game. So we've got the option of C, which is the European countries, which is not popular, is the correct answer. Question 2, which of the following sports is associated with a modified game of Kanga cricket? Answer is D. Question 3, cycling is a popular sport throughout the world. In which continent is it most popular? It's most popular in Europe. So the answer was C for question 3. Question 4, which of the following sports has flooding and rushing associated with it? And the answer is C, Australian rules football. Question 5, Gaelic football is a form of football played mainly in Ireland. Answer is A. Question 6, on a Gaelic football team there are 15 players. The answer was C. Question 7, in the game of Gaelic football, when in possession, a player can carry the ball for how many steps? It's 4. The answer is C. Question 8, the ball used in Gaelic football is similar size to a volleyball. The answer is B. Question 9, which of the following is not a reason for which people would play sport? We've spoken about the most correct answer, so all of these could be argued to be correct to some degree, but the most correct answer is D. Most people do not play to put weight on. Most people would participate in sport usually to enjoy those other areas of the answers that are given there. Question 10, which of the following do not occur as a result of the rules in sport? Again, the most correct answer here, answer C, they shouldn't be there to restrict play. So the answer is C for question 10. The other answers are also or are more correct in that situation for question 10. Question 11, which of the following is considered a strategy in the sport of netball? Screening in the attacking circle to free up the goal shooter. That's answer A. Question 12, which of the following is considered a strategy in the sport of volleyball? Answer is C, backcourt switching. Question 13, which of the following is considered a strategy in the sport of tennis? Answer is B, serve and volley. Question 14, which of the following is considered a strategy in the sport of cricket? D, setting fields to prevent a batter playing their favoured shot. Question 15, cricket and hockey are sports that are most popular in which country? The answer is D, India. Question 16, soccer, handball and basketball are sports that are most popular in which country? There's country of option there, it would be B, Sweden. Question 17, which of the following is not a county that plays Gaelic football in Ireland? All the others are counties. Option D, which is the correct answer, is a country in the United Kingdom, not a county. Question 18, lacrosse is classified as a stick game. Answer would be C. Question 19, on the play game sport continuum, the activity bull rush is best classified as a game. It's a game where there are some rules, but there is not the restriction of certain rules that can develop safety and competitive situations, but it is a game, definitely. It's a little bit more than play because there are some rules included in it. Question 20, the acronym PASS stands for A, Physical Activity and Sports Studies. Section 2 was Technology and Sport. Question 21 required the boys to explain how each of the following can be used to improve athletic performance. The first option was heart rate monitors, second one was video analysis, and C was technique analysis. There needed to be at least two two answers given for each of this into the space provided, and there need to be some form of explanation. So, for example, heart rate monitors allows the athletes to work in a particular heart rate zone. Or another example might be that they train for recovery, so that it gives an analysis of the recovery of the athlete back to their resting heart rate. Video analysis, they could look at things of review of technique, both as an individual or a team. They could also analyse the performance of their opponents, both individually and as a team situation. Technique analysis, in the development of skills, you could be able to give positive and negative feedback on the way that a skill is performed, and consequently you could make adjustments to the skill sequencing to improve that performance of the skill. So it's worth 6 marks. You need to provide 2 examples for each of those. Question 22. Describe how performance can be affected by clothing, equipment, and the playing surface. Again, 2 answers need to be provided for each of those, and again some examples for clothing that can do with the thermoregulation of the athlete. So you could talk about heating, cooling. You could talk about the support, so some clothing can provide support for the athlete. The equipment, you could discuss how the size of equipment can develop performance or improve a performance or restrict a performance. You could also talk about protective equipment in that situation. Playing surface, talking about the tactics that can arise as a result of a certain playing surface. For example, if it's a wet wicket in cricket, that will affect the types of tactics that are used, the bowlers that are used. You could also discuss the safety aspect for a playing surface, so that could affect the performance, could restrict performance and force a player with the lack of traction to change their ability to perform. 2 examples for each, 6 marks. Question 23 asks you to discuss new technologies that have been employed to enhance judging and officiating. There are a number of areas here, and again the discussion needed to give a number of examples to achieve the 4 marks. So 4 examples will be required. Some examples: Hawkeye in cricket to judge on dismissals, whether run-outs or LBWs are out, or even catches. You could talk about the line calls in tennis, where again Hawkeye has been introduced and used. You could look at the video referee in rugby league, rugby union, to review decisions that have been made in regard to tries in particular. You could even discuss photo finishing in car racing and horse racing and those types of events. Chest plates in fencing, where hits are scored by electronic devices worn by the fencers. Those are some examples there that you would be able to provide. Question 24. Identify the technology that is used to 1. Enhance spectator appeal, and B. Improve safety for participants. So again, technology could include the Hawkeye in tennis and cricket, multi-view cameras, equipment changes to increase the ability for players to hit further and more accurately, more powerfully. The ability to assess sports statistics online, so you can now look at statistical analysis of players and participants in a number of sports, and that can be done almost instantly online. Some ways that the improvement of safety for participants, the use of tapes, different taping materials and taping techniques. We've seen changes in that have occurred through technology. We've also seen through development of different technologies, new types of equipment, compression garments, etc., that are being now used. The diagnosis and treatment of injuries has also been looked at, and the video review of technique to look at why and how different injuries are being occurred. The review of the rules of different sports, that's also been able to be looked at to improve the safety of participants. 4 examples needed to gain 4 marks. Question 25, identify the technological advancements in injury rehabilitation and how they've affected an athlete's career longevity. So you need to look at some examples, but you need to also discuss how that can improve the longevity of a participant in terms of their career. You could have discussed things like MRIs, X-rays, compression garments, medical procedures, different treatment regimes, and transport of the injured player. All of those are examples that have been used, and you needed to give examples plus explanation there to get the 5 marks. Excuse me. Rules of sport. On the table in question 26, you need to name 5 sports and describe a fundamental rule for each of those. So any sports of your choice, but you need to name that sport and then give an understanding or an explanation of a rule, a fundamental rule. For example, cricket. The outline of a rule that's important to the sport could be it's a ball game played between 2 teams of 11 players. One of the teams bats, the other team tries to dismiss the batting team. Hitting the ball bowled to various parts of the field and scoring many runs as possible is the aim for the batting team. The bowling team tries to dismiss 10 of the batters to form an innings there and dismiss the batting team. So that would be an example. As I said, you needed to list 5, and 5 of those would give you 5 marks in that particular question. Question 27 was a closed passage. The words were provided there in the box above the passage, and they had to be slotted in. The first word was beliefs, second one participation, third word was diverse, fourth word was gender, fifth word was 200, sixth word was rugby league, seventh word was England, eighth word was watched, ninth word was males, and the last word was swimming. Those 10 words would get you 10 marks in that particular question. Question 28, on the table you needed to write the relevant modified sport for each of those sports. For each of those examples, you needed to gain 3 of those in each section to get a mark. So if you got 1 incorrect in each of those sections that are made up of 3 examples, then you didn't score a mark in that particular question. So the five-a-side was soccer, Mod League was rugby league, Waller Rugby was rugby union. You need to get 3 of those to score a mark there. Netball was netball, Kinder Gym was gymnastics, Nippers was surf lifesaving. Again, needed 3 marks, 3 of those to get a mark. Go-Go Golf was golf, Little Athletics was athletics, and Newcombe Ball was volleyball. Next section was Minky was hockey, Oz Hoops was basketball, Hot Shots was tennis, T-ball was softball or baseball, and Kangaroo Cricket was cricket, Oz Kick was Australian rules football. Again, just reminding you that you needed to get 3 of those in each of those sections to score a mark. Maximum marks there was 5 marks. Generally the exam was done quite well. Emphasis on reading questions is important. I would strongly recommend that all students attempt to improve their ability to read what the question is asking you to do. The clarity of the understanding of the key terms is also important, and that will be something we need to address continually throughout Year 10 and into Year 11 and 12. Thank you very much.